And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a look at the Ukraine and some of the news that's coming out of there at the moment that I think is quite revealing and just proves that the Ukraine-Russia conflict is being used as a money pit, in my honest opinion, but I'd like to know yours at the end of the video. So the first story up we've got a headline that is just absolutely ridiculous. Evil Putin, evil now, he's evil. These people don't believe in God, but he's evil. Forced to apologise over Hitler slur as hero Zelensky hails courageous Britain. Now what they're actually saying is that Israel kicked off about the fact that Sergei Lavrov said that Hitler had Jewish blood. Now, they've kicked off about this in Israel, so much so that now Israel authorities have said that they thanked him for clarifying the president's attitude towards the Jewish people and the memory of the Holocaust, and have apologised. Personally apologised. Putin forced to personally apologise. Although Kremlin reports of the conversation over the phone has made no reference to that whatsoever. So if it's an apology, it's not a very large one, is it? So that's the first story. The second story is Ukrainian President Zelensky has hailed Britain and other world leaders' courage in his latest address to the besieged nation. He said peace would have already been restored if all nations had followed in the same spirit as Boris Johnson. I'd like to know what that means. Is it possibly because we're helping a lot more than everybody else? We know that's what it is, don't we? Boris Johnson is a complete globalist, complete NATO fraggle, a fart nozzle of the highest order. And it seems that he's more interested in saving the world than he is on saving his own nation. Keep your eyes out for a video that's coming out soon that will prove that fact. Then we've got a possible war crime. Ukraine appeals to MSF Doctors charity for helping evacuating Mariupol fighters. It's not evacuating to try and sneak people out of a war zone in a vehicle designed for medical assistance. Ukraine has appealed to Medicines Sans Frontiers, which is the Doctors Without Borders, to help evacuate fighters holed up in the vast Azovstal steelworks in Mariupol that is surrounded by Russian forces. I'm sure the doctors are going to be well pleased with that idea to go and try and break out, because that's what it isn't evacuating, break out fighters, which will make them a target. Seems to be that the Ukraine are looking for as many casualties as possible, because that would cause havoc, not only for the Doctors Without Borders, but anyone trying to get into one of their vehicles in the future, which would effectively make Doctors Without Borders impotent, unable to help, because if they did, they might be attacked by Russia for breaking out Mariupol fires. And that's not all. I did say that the Ukraine is turning into a bit of a money pit, did I not? Well, it seems that the Ukraine have now launched a global fundraising campaign. Probably wondering how. It's actually GoFundMe. And this isn't the first fundraising event launched by the Ukrainian government. In mid-March, it launched an Aid for Ukraine website found at blah-de-blah in partnership with crypto firms and Everstake, with all donations funneled to Ukraine's central bank. And they've had over 60 million contributed, with 10 million donated in a few days. So not only is he happy at the fact that we're giving tax dollars and tax pounds hand over fist to his central bank, now he's begging you to open up your bank accounts to help out. Has anyone seen any evidence of where any of this money is going other than weapons? Weapons. And you tell me, everyone, what do weapons create? Is it helping? It's not helping the Ukrainians, is it? Absolutely shocking that he's going to be using crowdfunding to be able to get even more money, considering Biden's just announced 300 billion and we've just announced another 300 million of weapons, also including possible long-range weapons. Yes, you heard that right. Long-range weapons. Why would the UK be sending long-range weapons unless it was so that they could attack Russian soil? How is this not a declaration of war, everyone? I'm starting to get worried that we've got an absolute fraggle in our leadership and in Ukraine's leadership that will stop at nothing short of World War III and people like you and me expunged on battlefields across the world. Absolutely shocking, this, everyone, but I'd like to know your opinion. It's just more and more rubbish over and over again. And I would advise the doctors in Mariupol to stay clear of evacuating, I'll say that with quotation marks, evacuating fighters and hiding them from the opposition. It's not a very clever idea, that one, at all. But that's your decision. We'll see what happens, everyone. Stay sane. See you on the next one.